and welcome to Small Talk, Above the Clouds edition. I'm Colleen Osborne.
And I'm Phil Nguyen. Above the Clouds is an organization that gives kids an experience of a lifetime. This program helps children who are seriously ill, disabled, or underprivileged to find hope, become happy, and able to be in control of something you wouldn't expect.
Learning to fly an airplane may seem like a far-fetched idea for a teenager. At Above the Clouds, this wish can become a reality.
Above the Clouds is a new charity that brings joy and hope to seriously ill, disadvantaged kids who are experiencing all different kinds of adversity. And we use the wonder of small aircraft to bring this joy and the hope to the kids.
With the help of volunteers, kids are given an opportunity to soar.
They actually take over the controls of the plane, and they get to move the plane up, down, left, and right. They come back. There's a lot of people celebrating with them, and we bring them above their troubles, above their clouds, so to speak.
Above the Clouds is based out of Norwood Airport and survives off of funding from the local community.
We need lots of support. We need folks to help out in so many ways, and certainly contributions and donations. The more dollars we can receive, the more these kids we can fly. The more these kids we can change their lives for the better.
That's Norwood Airport, so we are right there right now.
And with that funding, dream flyers like Jordan Jones are given a chance to rise above it all, leaving his troubles on the ground.
I loved when he just let me control it, because I just felt in control. When I was going left, I just wanted to pull it up and do a flip. It was just it was incredible. Yeah.
Seeing that for me, it makes it all worthwhile, and certainly need a little bit of a pick-me-up, and we think we gave it to him today.
I don't do a lot of different things very often, so it was fun.
Flyers learn that no matter what they do in life, the sky is the limit.
We hope that they take the lessons they learn with us, and when they're done, they basically say, if I can fly an airplane, I can do anything. If I just set my mind to it, and if I stick to something and really study and really do something, I can do something cool like that.
Above the Clouds looks to raise flyers' spirits to new heights, one flight at a time. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Brian King.
Today on the show, we have a guest from the organization Above the Clouds.
Our guest is Martha Oberstein, and she's been working with the organization for 2.5 years.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. So, can you tell us a little bit about the Above the Clouds organization?
Sure. So, Above the Clouds, we started it 2.5 years ago. My husband and I started it. And our mission at Above the Clouds is to bring joy and hope through the wonder of small aircraft flight. So, we have 3 programs. We have the Dream Flyers program, where we take children who are experiencing adversity, and some of the kids they may be underprivileged, they may be disabled. We've had kids who have lost parents, kids who are experiencing homelessness, a variety of issues. And they get a chance to come to Norwood Airport, and a volunteer pilot meets with them, and they have this incredible experience because they get a chance to co-pilot a small airplane. So it's amazing. The Dream Flyer program's amazing, and we've flown 95 Dream Flyers, and this is our 3rd flying season. So that's one program, and we have 2 other programs. Another one is the Cadet Flyer program, and in that program we take kids who are on a difficult trajectory in life. A lot of them come from inner city settings, and we give them the opportunity to actually learn how to fly, so that's a little bit different program. And then our 3rd program, which we just launched this month, is called the Discovery Flyers program. And those kids are similar to the Cadet Flyers in that they come from challenging backgrounds, but they end up getting paired with a pilot, and it's like a big brother, big sister program. So they fly approximately once or twice a month with their pilot mentors.
Wow. So who runs this, and who started it?
So it was my husband, primarily my husband's idea. He started flying about 11 years ago, and he loves aviation, obviously, and he loves kids, and he wanted to find some way to pair his 2 passions of helping kids and something with aviation. So he started giving charity flights, and he just loved it so much, and the kids got so much out of it that this idea started to germinate. So together we started the program about 2.5 years ago.
And do these kids apply into the program, or do
Great
you...
question. Actually, we work with 11 different social service agencies and 5 hospitals. So we take referrals directly from those agencies.
Okay. And what is your job within the organization?
So my title is Chief Flight Coordinator, but basically I'm the COO, which is the Chief Operating Officer. I do everything in the organization because we are so small. We're a brand new charity. But we're incredibly fortunate because we have 30 volunteer pilots who volunteer their time, their airplanes, their fuel. And we have 1 million volunteers on the ground too. The video that you saw was a young man from Norwood High School who took a video for a class, but we have lots of kids from high school who come in and give us support in all different areas at Above the Clouds.
So why did you start the whole Above the Clouds organization?
Well, as I had said, it was mainly my husband who really wanted to have some way of giving back. He had been in the corporate world for a really long time, and he really wanted to find something that was incredibly meaningful, and it just popped into his head, I guess. And so we've been, and for me it was a natural segue for me. I was a teacher for 17 years, and I really wanted to continue working with children, so we're a good team.
So how did you come up with the idea of Above the Clouds?
You mean the idea of the name, or
Yeah,
just,
the name.
that was a long process, but we were very fortunate because we worked with somebody who gave us pro bono assistance, who was a graphic designer in Florida, and together we just brainstormed 1 million names, and my kids helped me, and we just came up with that idea for Above the Clouds. Yeah.
So can you go in more depth of how the kids get accepted into the program?
Well, it actually isn't super complicated in terms of the Dream Flyer program, because as I said, those kids get directly referred to us from the hospitals and the social service agencies. The Cadet Flyer program is a lot more complicated because it's a huge commitment for these kids. They need to sign a contract that they're going to keep their grades up, they're going to do well in school, they're going to apply themselves, they're going to be responsible. There's a whole bunch of things that they have to do. So we review all of that, and we make a decision together as an organization. We have a board, a fabulous board of 10 people on our board who have a variety of backgrounds, and we make decisions as to who would be the right candidates for these programs.
Can you explain to us how the students learn, and the process of how the students learn how to fly and when they start flying?
So our first batch of Cadet Flyers started last summer, and they came 3 times a week, and they would take ground school and fly 2 of those times, and the 3rd time, a lot of times we provided different kinds of opportunities for them. We had guest speakers come in once a week, and so it was just basically certified flight instructors who, again, volunteer their time to assist the kids, who just put them in the cockpit and teach them how to fly. And 2 of those 5 kids have solo flown the airplane. So one flew in August of last year, and the other one flew in January of this year. And yeah, they got in the airplane, the pilot got out, and they took off, and they landed 3 times successfully. So it's an incredibly empowering experience. And the other 3 kids are still in the program, and they're doing fantastic. So.
Wow. So what other opportunities do you have for the children in the program?
Well, we have just started inviting, the Cadet Flyers have to help with the Dream Flyers program. So they come and they volunteer their time, they make signs for the kids, they act as a cheering squad, they do all kinds of stuff for us because we're giving a lot to them in terms of our commitment to them and their aviation education, so they give back to us. And then other than that, we just really we try to encourage people, if they want to come back and help out, which a lot of are really interested in doing, they do that. So.
How long do these kids stay in the program?
Well, once they solo fly, they aren't continuing their flying lessons. They just fly once a month with a certified flight instructor to keep their skills alive, and then we try to encourage them. We help them with the college process. If some of them, one of the kids, of those 5 kids, is definitely going on, possibly 2 is definitely going on to a career in aviation and is applying to Embry-Riddle, which is this really cool flight school in the South. So did I answer your question?
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part about this program?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot that's great about it, but I love being able to connect with the families. When we have a Dream Flight Day, it's super exciting because we have 10 or 11 kids that come. They all have their own pilots, and we have this huge cheering squad. But the kids get to see each other, and the whole thing is super, super exciting. So I think that's it, is the connection to the families, and that all of the families get involved, not just the kid that's flying the airplane, but they have their family members a lot of times are in the plane with them in the back seat, and it's just this really, really special experience. So I would say the connection to family is my favorite part, sort of giving them something special that they can hang on to as a family.
Martha, thanks so much for coming to talk to us. It means a lot.
We appreciate how much Above the Clouds is helping these kids, and I was just wondering, how would the program get money?
So we have, in our first year, we had over almost 400 donors, and it was primarily just friends and family, people that we knew. They gave us donations, and we do the Rodman Ride for Kids every year. And our first year we had 7 riders, and this year we already have 32 riders. So that's the primary way that we raise money. It's just individual donations. We're starting to go for bigger grants, but as a small organization, those are a little bit hard to come by.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You can visit their website at www.abovethecloudskids.org for more information. Also, I caught up with the producer of the story, Brian King. Let's hear what he had to say. Hi, I'm here with Brian King. How did you come up with the idea for Above the Clouds?
For Above the Clouds, I actually was reading a write-up in the local newspaper about it, and I thought it would be a cool idea, and I wanted to go check it out and see what it was all about.
Did you meet any interesting kids in the program?
Yeah, one flyer, Jordan Jones, he I flew in the same plane as he did, and it just amazed me, all he's going through, he was still able to keep it together, and he was just having a great day, and it really meant a lot to me, to see that.
So did Jordan have a huge impact on your life now?
Yes, I'd say that it just proved to me that anytime I'm having a bad day or things like that, there's people out there who have it worse than me, and just to keep that in perspective, really it teaches you a lot about other people and their backgrounds, and just to keep that in perspective.
So how are the instructors of the program?
Gary and Martha, they're really I was actually really surprised to see how nice they were. I knew they were going to be nice, but they genuinely cared about what they were doing, and what all Above the Clouds is about, and the whole 9 yards.
So how do you think the program affected all the other kids in the program?
I think it really it's something they'll never forget. They'll always look back on it and remember the day they had and all those experiences. And anytime they're having a bad day, they'll look back and it was just great to be there and see everything, and it really meant a lot to them. I know that.
So you went in one of the planes. How was that experience?
Scary. Just when we were turning side to side and things like that. It was really fun, but sometimes they were joking around 360s, and I was I'd rather not do that. But it was fun.
That sounds amazing. So that's all we have. So back to the regular show.
Thanks for watching.
Tune in next time for another edition of Small Talk.